You are suddenly teleported to the last video game you played. How hard would it be to make a sandwich? The definition of a sandwich is an item of food consisting of two pieces of bread with a filling between them, eaten as a light meal. A burger is not a sandwich because a burger is not a light meal. Sifu, martial arts game, you fight stuff. Important thing to note here is Sifu is set in our world. There is nothing to prevent you from making a sandwich. Sifu goes on S tier. You can go to your local supermarket, get some ingredients, make a sandwich. Golfy. I'm counting these as making a sandwich in universe, as a character in that universe. I think the important part here is that you're a golf ball. Golf balls cannot make a sandwich by virtue of having no way to. You don't have any hands to manipulate objects with. So Golfy gets an F. You cannot make a sandwich in Golfy. Next up we have Jump King, the jumpy game. Yeah, he jumps, but he's also got arms, which I'm assuming are functional, even if he doesn't really use them that much. There is Civilization, there is the babe at the top, which I'm going to assume would appreciate a good sandwich brought up to her. I'm gonna put Jump King as an A. Have a Nice Death. Admittedly, I haven't played much of. However, there is a cafeteria. Any self-respecting cafeteria, any self-respecting cafeteria will have a sandwich in some way, shape or form. Have a Nice Death is an A tier. Maybe a B tier because it's technically hell. And next we've got Peglin. So first of all, the Peglins have arms. Second of all, there is a random encounter in the game where you meet a Peglin chef. If there are chefs, he works in a kitchen. And I'm guessing any kitchen has bread. And if you have bread, you can stuff things in between them. Peglin gets an S. Monster Hunter Rise. The Palico chefs. Have you seen the food these cats make? Not only can you make a damn good sandwich in Monster Hunter Rise, you have so many monsters. You've got so many monsters that you could actually put in bread and make a sandwich of. It almost feels bad putting Monster Hunter Rise in, just S tier, so I'm actually gonna make an exception here and just put this as an SSS. This is an SSS tier. Then we've got Trackmania, the racing game. The racing game where you play as a car. The racing game where you play as a car with no indication of humans existing. There's also no need to eat. A car doesn't need to eat. I think we have caused our theoretical Trackmania car some sort of existential crisis, because it cannot make a sandwich. It has no need to make a sandwich. It has no materials to make a sandwich with, yet it knows what a sandwich is. I think that's terrifying. Trackmania gets an F. Exoblast is a... How do you describe this? Exoblast is a cyberpunk competitive Pong game. You just play Pong with spaceships. There are humans in that. It gets a B. Deep Rock Galactic, the co-op dwarf mining game, horde shooter simulator. I've not seen any hydroponics, I've not seen any way of them growing bread, I've not seen any supply ships, but I'm sure they get supplies from somewhere. Deep Rock Galactic also gets a B. Rogue Tower, yes, just like some omnipotent being building towers, trying to defend from hordes of orcs and goblins and whatever hell creatures there are. They come out of portals. Question is now, do they have bread in the other world? That's the real bottleneck in making a sandwich. It's having bread. Because if you have bread, the filling can be whatever you want. You can make a bread sandwich even. You can make a dirt sandwich. You can make, a grass sandwich. It doesn't matter what you fill it in. Bread is the big bottleneck of sandwich. I'll put this in between B and F tier, because we have no idea if bread is a thing. The cycle frontier. There are plants, there are farms. I'll be honest, a lot of the alien wildlife doesn't look appetizing. You can experiment, which is why I'm gonna put this in between A and S, because you can make a standard sandwich, but there does exist potential to make a damn good sandwich. Sea of Thieves. You're a pirate just sailing around the Sea of Thieves. Pirates aren't really notorious for their sandwich. What about the taverns in the outpost? Would they have a sandwich? Did pirates eat sandwiches? Bread was served up in the form of hardtack or ship's biscuit, squares of flour and water dough that, after a few weeks at sea, were inevitably infested with weevils. What's weevils? I'm going down there. Oh God! Oh! I hate it! Imagine biting into bread! Imagine looking at your bread and there's this thing on it. I don't know the scale of this, but oh god, oh no! I'm guessing you can acquire some bread in the tavern off screen somewhere. But it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. B. Especially if there's danger of like those weevils just showing up. Oh god. Wizard of Legends. I'm sure wizards would be able to make a sandwich back in the day. However, the entire premise of the game is that you're at a museum and then like you get transported back in time. But like the game is just set in modern day. Like the intro of it at least. Which means you can make a damn good sandwich. You can make a pretty good sandwich in the modern day. Also, remember what I said? Be able to make a sandwich in universe as a character from that universe. What character is there on Oshu other than circles and the cursor? F. Very easy F. Will you snail? I actually played this on stream a while ago. You're in a simulation. I guess you can make a simulated sandwich, but like you're a snail. However, in universe, there's people outside the simulation. We know there's some sort of war going on. I'm not exactly sure on the food shortages and whatnot they would be experiencing in the game. However, between A and B, we don't exactly know the state of the outside world, but depending on it, you can make a standard sandwich. Project Zomboid. I guess you can make a sandwich. You can just like loot around and like just find bread just lying around. I'm pretty sure there's like even a sandwich item in game. So normally that would be A tier. However, because there's a zombie apocalypse happening, I'm gonna have to put this at B tier. You can make a sandwich, but it's gonna be very hard and probably pretty stale, especially if you loot it. Next up we have Genshin. I think it's the only game I didn't use the official logo for obvious reasons. There's bread in Genshin, really cool materials in Genshin, but Genshin, it's an easy S. And you can keep sandwiches as emergency food, or make a sandwich out of emergency food. Who knows? Vampire Survivor. I'm not exactly sure, as a character in that universe, there exists anything other than eternal fight for like half an hour and then like the Reaper just shows up and kills you. There's nothing telling me we're not just witnessing the last 30 minutes of post-apocalyptic world. I'm gonna have to put Vampire Survivors at F. Then we have Redactyl. There's a Wikipedia article. The win condition is either getting the title of the article or every word in the article. So if you want to get very technical, I guess you can get like the entry for sandwich in universe as a character in the universe. I think that's a bit of a stretch though. A Wikipedia article cannot make sandwich. It can be about a sandwich, which I guess would put it up to B tier or maybe S tier, because like you're literally just describing the entire human knowledge on like sandwiches. We'll just put it on F tier. Then we've got Final Fantasy. Definitely bread around, definitely farms around, and a lot of like weird creatures to experiment, make sandwich with. I would very much love to try a Moogle sandwich. Final Fantasy gets an S tier. The Last Campfire. It's a puzzle game. I do remember one specific area in the game where there's like a chef which is so legendary, but they don't taste their own food and they don't really season it, and then you're like, yo, maybe you should season your food. And then like, oh shit, maybe I should. And then like they become like the most legendary chef again. And yeah, I'm sure they can make a damn good sandwich. Like, you just have to find them, going through some puzzles and stuff. Actually, that's a point. He's somewhere like mid-game. In universe, like that legendary chef is a bit far away, but like I'm guessing you can make sandwiches all over the place. But instead of S, it goes down to A tier. The Wordle, you can't even get sandwich as a word. You can get bread as a word. Does that save it from the F tier? I don't think so. Then we've got Elden Ring. Things try to kill you all over the place. The world is shattered. There's not a lot of tasty materials left. I think Elden Ring is a strong case for a B tier. Among Us. I don't know if there's always an imposter in universe. Among Us gets a B for its danger. SCP Secret Lab. Like, as a character in universe, it depends on what character you are. Now, like, I really want to give this a B or an F, but like, it's A. More often than not, you're a 4 at the time. Like, yeah, it's at the point where everything goes to shit. But like, we know enough about the universe to just know that like, yeah, things going to shit is like fairly common, but it's not an everyday occurrence. So you are afforded enough chances to make a sandwich. It has to go on A tier. Then we've got 20 minutes till dawn, somewhere in between B and F. And then we have Rocket League. You may think I may just give this an F on the virtue of being like another card game like Trackmania. However, Rocket League has lore. Rocket League has sentient life forms in the form of balls standing in the audience. So I'm actually gonna give it an F because it's more similar to Golfy. I'm not giving it an F because it's a card game, I'm giving it an F because ball people don't have hands. Space Station 13. Bread. There's bread on the space station. You can just set up make sense. Yeah, like the cult may cause some trouble. Yeah, like the clowns may cause some trouble. Yeah, like Argonia may be founded and all the cargo people go on strike. A lot of stuff can go wrong in Space Station 13. However, you could very easily just make a sandwich if you wanted to. Next up, Backpack Hero. You play as a rat. I don't remember if there's bread as a pickup. Based on like all the characters there just being like animals of some sort, they need to eat. They've got some sort of society thing happening behind the scenes. I think you can make like an okay, maybe subpar sandwich. You can make a sandwich in some way, shape or form. Valorant, set on an alternate universe Earth, I guess. You can make a sandwich. There's no reason not to make a sandwich. Holocure, similar to Vampire Survivor, similar to 20 Minutes Till Dawn. You just kind of fight and fight and fight until you die. There's not really much happening other than fighting. Gonna have to give it an F. Anything you do in Holocure eventually leads to your demise. Tetrio, just Tetris. There's not really characters in Tetris, there's just blocks. And blocks, technically speaking, they can sandwich other blocks. Blocks in Tetris are not made of bread. I guess they could be, but I don't think they are. Tetrio gets an F. Lost Ark. I'm pretty sure there are farms. I'm pretty sure there's bread. I'm pretty sure you can make a sandwich. So yeah, Lost Ark gets an A. Deathloop. You're stuck in a time loop on an island, but still like just modern day, maybe a bit in the future. In between A and B, you can make a sandwich. There are materials to make sandwich with. However, the danger combined with the time loss of actually making the sandwich, because you need to kill a lot of people in a single day, leans a bit towards B. Satisfactory. You need to make a lot of machines to actually make stuff. By the sheer difficulty of making a sandwich, I'm gonna have to put it in between B and F. Splitgate. It's not presented as a game show, it's not presented as a war, it's presented entirely outside of any context whatsoever. You're just kind of there, chilling, fighting other people. There's absolutely nothing to indicate you being able to make a sandwich. Based on the lack of knowledge, I'm gonna have to put it in between B and F. We're down to the final game. Apex Legends, set in the Titanfall universe. We've seen people outside the match in cinematics. Hell, like even like one of the latest cinematics we saw Bangalore just in a tavern. I'm guessing they've got sandwiches, and I'm pretty sure they've got a decent variety of them. I would love to see what the Prowler tastes like. The bird creatures, I think they may be also tasted, maybe taste like chicken or something, I don't know. Apex Legends actually gets an A. I guess this is it. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Please tell me.